Hey everyone, welcome back to Mastering Your Minutes, the podcast where we dive into all things time management. I'm Alex, and I'm here with my awesome co-host, Jamie. How's it going, Jamie?
Hey Alex, I'm doing great, thanks. Excited to be here and chat about some time management tips today. How about you?
I'm good, thanks. Just juggling a few too many things as usual. Speaking of which, that's exactly what we're talking about today. How to manage our time better.
Absolutely. So, where should we start?
Well, I was thinking we could kick things off with a quick chat about our own struggles with time management. You know, make it real for our listeners.
Oh, that sounds great. I'll go first. So, one thing I always struggle with is, not underestimating how long tasks will take. I think, oh, I can do this in 20 minutes. And then, surprise, it takes an hour.
Oh, totally. I do the same thing. I remember once I thought I could clean my whole apartment in an hour. Spoiler alert, it took almost 3.
Oh no. Yeah, it's so easy to underestimate. One thing that's helped me is adding a buffer time. So if I think something will take 30 minutes, I actually block off 45 minutes to an hour.
That's a good one. I've started doing something similar, but I call it time blocking. I block out chunks of my calendar for specific tasks, and it really helps keep me focused and on track.
Yes, time blocking's amazing. I use it for everything. Work tasks, personal projects, even downtime. Like, I'll block off an hour just to relax and read.
Oh, I love that. It's so important to schedule in some relaxation time too. Otherwise, you just burn out.
Exactly. Speaking of relaxation, have you ever tried the Pomodoro Technique?
Oh, yes. For those who don't know, it's a method where you work for 25 minutes and then take a 5-minute break. It's supposed to boost productivity.
Right. I found it really helpful, especially when I'm feeling overwhelmed. It's like, okay, I only have to focus for 25 minutes, and then I get a little reward.
Same here. And those little breaks, they really make a difference. Sometimes I use them to stretch or get a quick snack.
Oh, definitely. I sometimes do a quick meditation or just step outside for some fresh air. It's amazing how refreshing a 5-minute break can be.
Yes, totally agree. Another thing that really helps me is prioritizing my tasks, like making a list and figuring out what's most important and tackling that first.
Yes, prioritizing is key. I use this method called the Eisenhower matrix. Have you heard of it?
Oh, yes. The one with the 4 quadrants, right?
Exactly. You categorize tasks by urgency and importance. So, you have urgent and important, not urgent but important, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important.
It's such a game changer. Helps you see what you really need to focus on and what can wait.
Totally. And for those neither urgent nor important tasks, I either delegate them or just eliminate them altogether.
Yes, delegation is another great point. Sometimes we try to do everything ourselves, but it's okay to ask for help.
Absolutely. And speaking of help, there are some great tools out there that can make time management easier. Do you have any favorites, Alex?
Oh, for sure. I'm a big fan of Trello for organizing my projects. It's so visual and easy to use.
Trello is great. I also love using Google Calendar to keep track of my schedule. And for daily to-do lists, I use Todoist.
Nice! I've heard good things about Todoist. It's amazing how these tools can really make a difference.
Definitely. And another tip I wanted to share is learning to say no. It's so important for time management.
Yes, that's a big one. It's hard sometimes, but saying no to things that don't align with your priorities can free up so much time.
Exactly. And it's not about being rude or anything. It's just about protecting your time.
Totally. Another thing I've found helpful is setting deadlines for myself, even for small tasks. It keeps me accountable.
Oh, that's a good one. I do that too. And sometimes I even set an earlier deadline than necessary just in case something comes up.
Smart. And speaking of deadlines, let's talk about procrastination. We all do it, but how do we manage it?
Procrastination, the bane of our existence. One thing that helps me is breaking tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. That way, it doesn't feel so overwhelming.
Yes, that's a great strategy. And sometimes I just need to change my environment. Like, if I'm stuck at my desk, I'll move to a coffee shop or even just another room in my house.
Oh, definitely. A change of scenery can do wonders. And sometimes I set a timer for just 10 minutes and tell myself I only have to work for that long. Usually, once I start, I keep going.
That's a good trick. I've tried that too. It's amazing how just getting started can be the hardest part.
Exactly. And another thing I've been doing is using a planner. Writing things down helps me stay organized and on track.
Yes! I love my planner. There's something about physically writing things down that makes it stick more than just typing it into my phone.
Totally agree. Plus, crossing things off a list feels so satisfying.
Oh, for sure. And let's not forget about self-care. How we manage our time affects our well-being, and vice versa.
Absolutely. It's important to make time for things that make us happy and keep us healthy. For me, that's exercise. I always schedule in my workouts.
Yes, same here. And, I also make sure to schedule downtime to just relax and recharge. It's all about balance.
Definitely. And speaking of balance, do you ever feel like you're just constantly busy but not actually productive?
Oh, all the time. It's like I'm doing a lot, but not necessarily the right things. That's why prioritizing is so important.
Exactly. And sometimes we need to step back and reevaluate how we're spending our time. Are we focusing on what truly matters?
Yes, that's a great point. And it's okay to adjust our plans as we go. Flexibility is key.
Absolutely. Life is unpredictable, and being able to adapt is so important for effective time management.
Totally agree. Well, we're just about out of time for today's episode. Any last tips, Jamie?
I'd say just be kind to yourself. Time management is a skill, and it takes time to get good at it. Don't beat yourself up if you have a bad day.
That's great advice. Thanks, Jamie. And thank you to all our listeners for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review.
Yes, thanks everyone. And remember, you have the power to take control of your time. See you next time.
Bye.